Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome back to the new episode of ILU BIM series. So you can see I have two models on the screen. Both are pretty similar, but the difference is one has a different color and the other one has different color, and there are some changes, like some has different vehicles and another one has different trees. So what happened, I actually made the model on left earlier for practice to see if the sketch I have made is fine or not. So it came out to be very good. Then I started a recording and made this whole model on your right from the previous video which you have seen, in which we did our infrastructure. And when I ended the video, it said that the recording was corrupted or something like that. It didn't record well and I lost the recording. So I'm going to actually do that again. So for that I may not go to much detail, but I would cover everything which I have mentioned and added in this model and also in this one model. So now I'm going to Control Z to change everything back from where I've started. So I hope that I would go to the very start of this model. So you can see that I have this model and I have added all these things one by one. So let me pause this video and go back to the earlier stage. Okay, so I cannot go back for more. I have just redo it till here, but I'm going to delete this everything. Let's delete these, and let me also delete these floors and ramp and this lawn too. So let's go back to the ground floor. So this is our previous model in which we have worked and made this infrastructure, this land on the outer side and a road around our boundary line. So let's quickly add our floor. So let's go to the architectural floor and then select 12-inch generic floor is fine. So let's select a rectangle and add our 40 cross 40 rectangle here. So this is our first rectangle. Let's add another one 30 cross 40 on this side. Now let's use trim command to delete these extra lines. So now we have this floor. Let's give it a offset of height of 12 inches from the ground floor. So if you go back to the 3D view, you can see that it is above the road level, so it is fine. Let's add lawn here. So this is working. Let's go to the floor and select where is the earth. Let's select the earth and select rectangle and add a rectangle here. So we have now this lawn. You go back here, you can see it, this lawn. Let's add our ramp here. So for ramp, let's go back to floor and add our floor here as a rectangle, and I would show you how you can decrease the slope on one side, on this side. So when this is done, let's click on OK and then go to the 3D view, and you can see that we have this similar okay, let's change it to 12 inches generic. Okay, and let's change this to perhaps filled one, and I want to decrease the slope of this side to this level up this road. So select on modify sub elements, then click on these 2 points and give it a value of -12 inches. That is the level up road. So let's give it -12 inches, that is 1 feet. And now you can click on escape, and you see there is a beautiful ramp which we can use to go from this road to our building. So our building is now ready. Let's go to the ground floor, add columns in it. So how do you add columns? You can go to the architectural tab, select on columns, and here are some columns, concrete column and W-shaped column. If you don't have these columns, you can click on load family and go back to structure column and select one. Like we go to structure column, then select on concrete, you will have this concrete column too. So I already loaded it, so I'll click on it and then place it in different places. Like I'm just adding it in some places like here, here and here. I'm not going to add it again in every place, but just some these places where it is necessary. And let's add one, suppose here. Okay, let's move this one to this place. So this is fine. Let's copy this one from here to this point. So now we are column set up. You can go back to 3D view. You can see we have these columns. Let's add our floor on it, or roof on it. Let me decrease the size of this one because you already made this. And let's add our roof floor on it. So you can just copy this one, just copy it to clipboard, paste and align it to selected level. So let's select it to first floor and then also to second floor. Done. If you go back to 3D view, you can see this is aligned to both the floors, but we don't want the one on the top level to be this much. So select on this one, go to the second floor and then go back to the edit boundary and delete these extra lines, and let's trim and extend it like this. So now click on OK, and now we have our perfect roof and floors. So now we can actually transfer this column from ground floor to first floor. So to go to ground floor, select these columns. You can select these. So we, and the filter, you can see we have only selected 5 columns. So let's click on OK, and let's click on copy to clipboard, then paste to, oops, what did I do? Let's select escape, select these columns again, copy to clipboard, paste and select and align it to the first floor. Okay, now if we go back to 3D level, we can see that we have these beautiful columns, floors. Now let's add walls. How do we add walls? You can just go to the architecture tab, click on the wall, and from here you can select any type of wall which you want. So for this part we want this exterior glazing, that is the glass wall. So I have selected on that, then I have selected their height and height up to first floor. So then we can just add these walls to our model. So if I add this model, and let's check how does it look. So if you go to 3D view, you can see we have these glass like walls on this side, and on the other side we want concrete walls or generic wall. So you can click on the wall, select the generic which one you want. Like suppose if you want to use generic 8 inches, so select on that, then height first floor, and location if you want to select an exterior face or interior face. So I want it to be an interior face, but let me show you how does it look on exterior face. If I click on exterior face, it will be placed on exterior face, but I don't want it to be an exterior place but on interior place. Let me see if it is recording. Okay, it is recording. and let's add a wall here, then add another wall here, then add another wall here. Okay, I'm going to do this very quick because I have wasted too much of time by making this model for the third time. So if you go back to 3D view, you can see we have these walls created. Let's create the walls on the first floor too. So for the first floor, let's go back to the wall and select our wall like this. So we have these walls, but you can see in this model, like if you go to the 3D view here, you can see we have this slanted or sloped wall. So how do we do it? So if you go back to the first floor, select on this wall. So here you can see in the cross section under constraint, here it is vertical. So if you select on slanted and give it an angle, for example if I give it an angle of 25 degree, okay, so it will be sloped. Okay, it's sloped in the another direction, which you want in the opposite direction. So let me give it an angle of minus 25 degree and select apply. So okay, it is sloped on the another direction. Let's go to the left view and see it is here. We can move it to give it some room like this, and then change the profile of this wall to match it like this. So click on edit profile, then change its profile like this, and then change it like this. Remove the constraint and move it according to the wall. Let's bring it back to here and let's finish this wall. So it is done. Let's do the same for the other side. Just click on that wall, edit profile. Okay, it is done. It is on the other side. So let's go back to the right side, select this wall, select an edit profile. Let's bring this like this, remove the constraint, then change its profile like this. So let's click on continue and let's remove this error. Let's finish our wall, and you can see that we have this beautiful slanted walls. So it is done like this. Let me check the recording. Okay, it is recording. So we have these, everything has ready except the railing and the doors and windows. So how do we add doors and windows? So let's go to the architectural, then create on doors, and view different doors. If you want to use your own doors, click on load family, and I have some families already downloaded from Revit Cities, so I'm going to add that family. Okay, so I've selected this wall. Let's go to the ground floor, let it be updated. Okay, let's go to the ground floor and place our door here. So if you go back to 3D view, you can see that this door is placed here. Now okay, let's go to the first floor. I see this wall is not extended to its full length, so we can do it like this, add a wall here and then extend it like here. Okay, so we go back to the 3D view. Now it is fine. Let's add windows. So just go to the architecture tab, click on window and select any window which you want. Here are some windows which you can load your own too. I have downloaded some, so I'll load them, and let's add those windows here. So you can directly add them from the 3D view, or you can actually add it on the ground floor or first floor or whichever floor you have a wall. So where there is a wall, you can place a window there and a door there. So placed a door there. Now let's add window here. So okay, it is recording. We have on 16th minute. Okay, it is taking some time. It is going to update from 2015 to 2021 version. And there's some good news. I have already added the pictures on rendering, so I'm going to show you those renderings in a while. So I can add these windows like this too. If I add it like here, it will be added directly on this wall. And if I go back to the ground floor and select like this, the window will be placed here too. So if you go back to 3D, you can see it is placed like this. You can just mirror these windows just by clicking them. Click on the mirror axis and then select the center line, and it will be mirror again around this line or against this line. So the one is mirrored and the another one is didn't mirror because of some error, because I didn't select the proper position. But we can place it manually like this. So it is placed like this. If you go back to 3D view, you can see these windows are placed. There was another window here, so click on window and click on window here. It is placed like this. Now let's add railings, vehicles and trees, then we are good to go. So let's go to the first floor. We have glass railings here, so I'm going to select a railing, and then here in the options I'm going to select the glass panel. Let's add our glass railing first on this side. Let's complete this very fast. Okay, fast, please, be fast. Okay, so it's done. Let's click on this check mark and let's go back to 3D view, and you can see we have these beautiful glass panels or glass railings here. So if you go back to first floor, we can add railings on this side too. So by click on the railing and select this line and click one here, then here, then again here. You can actually add railing only in one line. You cannot give it a break like this and I started from here, it will give you error. So add them alone, and let's finish this business by adding this railing here. So if you go back to 3D view, you can see the railings is added here. So let's go to the ground floor and add a pipe railing on this lawn. So I'm going to select the pipe railing and let's add it on this lawn. So let's click on OK, and let's go back to 3D and check if it is updated. So let me rotate this and see it is updated. So everything is done. What else is left? So we have a vehicle left. Let's go back to the ground floor and pick some vehicles to place it on this model. So let me check the recording. It is recording already. So let's go back to architectural, select a component and load whichever component you want to use. I have some downloaded families, so I'm going to use them. Like I have Audi, so I'll open it. It will be upgraded from 2009 to 2021, and then I can place it somewhere in our model. So I will definitely place it I will place one in our car porch and some other with other orientation on our infrastructure. So let's do it like this. Let's add another family, like let's add this big vehicle, let it update, and then we can place it in our model. So this is the second last step of this video. So it is done. Now let's check in 3D how does it look. So if I click back on 3D, you can see, okay, what's going on. You can see we have these vehicles in our model. So let's go back to the ground floor and add some plants in it. So if you select on components, then you can load families. So let me add families from Revit default families. So let's go to the Revit libraries and go to the planting. Where are planting? So we are planting here. Let me select the conifer, open. Now let's select the size. It has 7 feet selected, so let's select the highest one, which is 25 feet. So we have 25 feet. We can also select a 50 feet. I think it is not 25, it is 90 feet. We can change its height. So you go to the edit type. From here you can select its height. So let's duplicate it and give it a height of, for example, 40 feet. And let's change this to 40 feet. Okay, and now let's add these here somewhere, here, then here, then here, then another one like here, and let's do the same for this side. Okay, so these are placed. Let's go back to 3D view and see how does it look. So you can see our model is completed. So it is exactly same like the other one. The one changes of the paint. So how you can add paint? You can just click on this wall, because we have different walls here. So let's go to the edit type, and from the type let's go to the structure and insert 2 different layers. So one is above it, and let's bring the other one down here. Let's give it a very small thickness, like 0.001 inches, and let's give it 0.001 inches here too. So let's change its material. It has no material now, so let's create a new material and call it paint. Let's call it paint. Change its appearance to something like wall paint. Let me search wall paint and see. Let's search wall and select wall paint, and let's select I think light chocolate. Okay, it must have a thickness, so let me give it a name too, and let's give it a thickness of 0.1 inches. 0.1 inches. Okay, so done. Let's click on OK and see how our model is updated. So it is going to take some time. I hope our video is recording. Let's click on OK. Okay, so it is updated. Now it will take some time, and it is updated like that. So you can see we have a very beautiful model. So I've actually created a third model out of it. So I'm going to end this video here, and you've seen we can actually how we can add walls, doors, columns, roofs, railings, ramps, vehicles, paints, plants. So I think this is enough for this video, and let's complete this model to a next level and our next video. I think one thing is missing that we have not added these windows here. So let me check the video. It is recording. So let's go back to the first floor. We have to add windows here too. So let's go to architectural window, select any type of window. It is loaded, so let's select this one, and let me add these two here. So when you place it here like this, if you go back to 3D, you would see that would be placed vertically. You can see it is placed vertically, which we don't want like this. So just select on this window, then under constraints and orientation, select it to be slanted. If you click on slanted, it will be aligned to the wall. So it is aligned. Let's do the same for this one. Let's click on apply, and you can see our model is now same like the other this one. So you can also delete these columns and make this roof cantilever. So now this is matching. So this is how you can match make these different models, beautiful models, and Autodesk Revit 2021. And in the next videos we are going to add other different things with it. So I think this is enough for today, and now I'm going to show you renderings which I have did for this model. So I go to the render gallery. It would take some time. Let me pause the video till then. Okay, so you can see I have these beautiful renderings, and it is done in Revit, this one render in cloud. So if you have a student version or a paid version, you can use this and make these beautiful renderings. You can see this is so beautiful. Like, look at the reflection of this car and that glass window, and this one and that window, and this beautiful weather, and this cantilever, actually the cantilever roof. And you can also check this 3D view. How beautiful is this? Just look at this. I actually really enjoying this. So you can make such type of models in Revit 2021 and other versions too. So I think let's end this video here and made this model very beautiful in the coming videos. So till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.